So this is Griffith Quarry Park, and that building over there is in the corner is the museum, and that is where the headquarters for the Penryn Granite Works used to be, that operated from 1864 to 1918. And Griffith Quarry was established by Griffith, yes, you heard me right, Griffith, who came to the United States in 1847, and he worked in the granite quarries on the East Coast before he left to come to California for the gold rush. But then he found the granite that's here in this area. Placer County has this website that describes this quarry, and they have an interpretive, not signs so much as markers. Hopefully we can find them. Like I said, I haven't been here before. So I saw 12. Number 12 was over there by the parking lot. Let's see what we can find. I did find the remnants of the old well, which I think is very cool. Here, this is the old well. Isn't that cool? They filled it in, but it's an old stone-lined well. Look at that granite. Isn't that pretty granite? Oh, those are the cutest little squirrels. They're running all over the place. Nice downed tree. If you look over there in the distance, way over in the distance is the Sacramento area. There are squirrels running all over the place. I don't know if you can see them. Look at them all. Let's see, I got sidetracked by the squirrels again. Squirrel moment. I imagine this place is a lot prettier in the spring or the fall when it's green. But for the moment, it's pretty darn dry. Ooh, oh, there's a big old hawk. He just landed on something. Please don't pick up anything like an animal. Do you see the hawk? There he is, look at that. Hey, Mr. Hawk, what do you think of my big old goofy hat? Oh, there you are. You're beautiful. You don't have anybody in your claws, do ya? Do you see him? Do ya? Look at him. Beautiful thing. Hi, beautiful. Wow. That's the exorcist right there. He just spun his head all the way around. I'll leave you alone, Mr. Hawk. As long as you catch Mr. Snake, I'll be okay. Well, gosh, I wish I could see the thingies that show the numbers that I could follow this map to see what it is I'm looking at. Although they did mention that there's a lot of this around here. These lines that are in the rocks are from where they drilled to put explosives and or, look, there's some more over there, and or a thing called a plug and feather. And it's not an actual feather, it's two pieces of metal. I'll try to show you a picture of it. Two pieces of metal that you slide in there almost like shoehorns, and then you stick a iron spike down the middle of it, and you hammer it, and it splits the rock at the seams. On the other side of that hill, we came down that way, came down, and now we're going along here. This is more of the trail. There are a few spots of granite sticking out, surprise, surprise, since you're in a granite quarry. Let's see what else is over here. A lot of people bring their dogs here to go for a walk. Not 100% sure where we're going. So let's find out together. We're going up a hill is what we're doing. I didn't wear my boots. I only have my tennis shoes on. So, ugh. This is cool. What is this? Oh, it looks like it's part of the trail. Oh, is this the overlook? Again, a fork in the road. It goes up that way or that way. I don't know. Well, what do you think, guys? I wonder what that noise is. Somebody eating, but I don't know where. It's hard to look around and hold the camera and watch your step at the same time, because I have to watch the road for rocks that are sticking out because I'm uncoordinated, and I have to kind of keep an eye out for, you know, our little friend, the snake. I'm not sure if this is the overlook or not. Wow, look at this. This is bizarre. Look at that. I don't know if you can see down in there. Probably not. But it's like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel in this tree. That's bizarre. The tree's a little rotten. Hello, nature. Here we come again. Oh, see? Uncoordinated. I'm not in my boots, and that doesn't help. Well, I haven't seen any markers except for the one that said 12 right when I first walked in. I did notice that this section over here, that pile of rocks right there, that's part of the tailings. And apparently there were big derricks, not like the name derrick, but like a crane, like a boom, that would be all over. They were everywhere in this quarry, and they would only be able to go in a crescent shape. So when you had like a derrick like in the middle, it would pick up the useless pieces of granite and it would swing over and drop them. And it only had a range of like a crescent. So there's all these granite tailings all over the place in these like half circles, crescents shapes. There you go. Look, that's part of the old quarry. And somebody still managed to get down there and graffiti it. Don't ask me how they did that. Oh, somebody lives down there. Look at that. Hello in there. Not interested. Don't know who lives in there. Could be a ground squirrel. There's lots of squirrels. I'm disappointed that I can't find the little markers that show the numbers of what it is I'm seeing, because I actually have a list of the numbers and what's supposed to be there, but I can't see. See, if you watched the damn Clementine video, you've seen the cut down version of the stumbling block tree that grows in the middle of the trail. Oh, there's more squirrelies. Hi, squirrely. I see you. Oh, it's a squirrel hole, because I just saw him go in one. I don't know where I am. Oh, there's picnic tables. Oh, there's a picnic table over there too. Can you see him? There's a picnic table over there. There's a couple, at least one over there, maybe two. Oh, I think there's two. Lots of nice scenery, you know, a view of Penryn and the general vicinity. That might be a marker. Let's go see. Oh, it is. Yay, I found a marker. Okay, this is number 7. Says iron anchors. That would be one. I suspect there are more. But apparently these magical iron anchors are where the large derricks required multiple support points. Iron anchors were driven into large granite outcrops to run guy lines. Some of the anchors can still be found in the park. Oh yay, it looks like here's another marker. Yay, I'm on a marker trail. That's number 8. So what is number 8? Number 8 says granite tailings. The valuable pieces of granite would be loaded into carts and brought to work sheds. The useless pieces were left in tailings piles throughout the quarry, all in a shape of a crescent, like we saw back there, due to the rotation of the derrick. Oh, this is pretty. Here's part of the tailings that number 8 goes to, I suspect. Look at those walls over there. Isn't that cool? I think you have to be a rock hound to really enjoy this one, because well, apparently there's water down there. Icky. Algae-filled water. Well, we found number 7 and number 8, and then it kind of dead-ended over there in that little sludge pit of a, what do you call that? Little swampy area with the algae-filled water. That's number 8. Let's see what else we can find. If we can find any other numbers. So far I found 7, 8, and 12. 12 was right in the beginning. Couldn't find number 1. If you do this trail, there is a map on the website. It shows all these different areas, different markers and things like that. However, I haven't found any markers other than those. Oh, look. There's another one of those iron pins. Can you see that way up there on the top right side? Right about there. Another one of those iron pins that they had for the derricks to swing around. And those derricks must have been huge, because if perchance the derrick this was one of the guy lines, and that's where the tailings are, way over there, they must have been pretty darn tall. There's another memorial bench. And somebody's broken reading glasses. Wonder if that's a tribute. He wasn't very old. 20? Almost 20. 7. I don't think that's 7. What is that 7 for? No, we found 7 already. Look at that. More tailings. Here's some more of those marks. I suspect this was probably that plug and feather thing, because it's a smaller one. They said the bigger ones were for dynamite. This was stacked there, so what was that? Like a corner of a building or something is what I'm guessing, because there are old parts of buildings around here. Okay, here's number 8. We just saw number 8 in a granite marker over there. I think they're changing their marking system, because this actually gives you a better view of the tailings that they talk about in number 8 than the other number 8 does. So, wow, look at the size of that tree. Look at that beautiful tree. Wow. Well, now I don't know, because here's a number 13, and there is not a number 13 on their little map. However, this might be a new thing, a new number that they're adding, because that looks like it used to be something. Oh, it's an old, look at it, it's partly polished on the side there. Can you see that? So they did do polishing here. Oh, it's polished over here too. I like that. Here's a piece of the, couple different pieces of the very, very hot granite. Oh my heck, it's hot. It's pretty though, isn't it? Look at that. Okay, I like rocks, okay? Don't hold it against me. There's the other side of that icky, choked water that's filling this quarry. Ugh. I wonder how many who's or whats have fallen in there and never been seen again. The museum is closed on a weekday. It's only open on the weekends from 12 to 4, I think. And the museum building is at the end of this, right down there. When you come in, you come in along this road right here, and you pull into the parking lot right there. And when you first park, there is a trail over there that's readily visible, which is the way I went, which apparently is not the way you're supposed to go. Ignore that beautiful porta potty. You're supposed to come this way, apparently, because this is where the trail seems to go with the numbers. So go this way instead of the way we came. Or actually do it however you want to do it. I'll never know. Even if you got this far into the video. If you did, congratulations, you're like one of the very few that make it this far into any of my videos. Here's the little map. I don't know if you can read that or not, probably not. Okay, this is what I think is number 2, which is the boiler room wall. It says at this location you will find the remains of the main boiler house where water was turned into steam. I think this is the boiler room wall. It doesn't say it's number 2, at least not that I've found yet, but if it is number 2, then we're on to something. Oh, either a bee or a fly is trying to get me. Sounds like a bee to me. Not thrilled, he wants my hat. That's the other thing, when you come into the parking lot and the museum building is over there, and you start the trail this way, that's where you will find the very well hidden and mysterious porta potty. I have not checked it out, but in case you need it, that's the only one I've seen. I always have to do like porta potty checks, bathroom checks, the bathrooms of Northern California. Interesting place. I'll give it that much. It is an interesting place and would be beautiful when it's green. It's a little confusing as far as the actual laid out trail goes. There's not a whole lot of definition to them. Ick, look at this. You see that? Icky. Ew. It's still slimy. So, that's interesting. Is it sap from the tree? I don't see any obvious places. Oh, I lied. It is sap from the tree. Look. It's been injured by something. I seriously have something in my shoe. It's driving me crazy. I don't think we came this way because over there is the parking lot. We originally walked up that trail over there and kept going that way, and then around, up and over and around, and then down and around. And now we're coming back up this way. So there's like a center section, apparently. Somebody didn't make it. I saw another tuft of fur, over on another part of the trail, next to a bunch of poopage that looked like rabbit. Oh, see, look, here's a little poopy. Couple of them. So I'm suspecting that that's probably a rabbit-type creature that didn't fare very well against the hawks. Those are cool tailings piles. Okay, so now we have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 options. There's a trail that goes there, there's a trail that goes there, there's a trail that goes that way, and there's one that goes down there. We all know what happens when you take the low trail, so let's take the high trail first. Oh yeah, because down there is that icky water. Okay, so we just came down from that trail. I'm guessing that this one probably is the other side of this one, and I would rather go downhill than to go that way and come uphill. So let's see, did we do this already? Oh wow, look at them all. All those little trails over there. When you're coming here, if you come here, the ground is a lot of, obviously, crushed granite, kind of scree. So if you are going downhill and you don't want to slide on your butt, take slow steps. Oh, what's this? A hole. What was in there? Big piece of granite they blasted out of there, maybe? Wow. I hear you in the bushes, little thing. Are you a little lizard? Hope so. Okay, so that was kind of interesting. I don't know if you enjoyed that or not, but I thought it was kind of interesting. I think it would be better in the fall when it's cooler and greener. But all in all, you know, it would be an interesting place if the markers were a little bit more marked, so you could actually know what it was you were looking at. On the map that they show you on the website, has a lot of good information, really good information. Identifying it actually on the trail, a little more difficult. One thing I do like about it, especially, is it's free. Even the museum part is free. So if you come here on a weekend between 12 and 4, the museum is actually open and you can get inside and read all about Griffith. Welsh immigrant Griffith came to the United States in 1847, and he came over here to find gold and found granite instead, because granite is a lot more abundant than gold. Easier to get, let's put it that way. Granite from this very quarry went into building the San Francisco Mint in, obviously, San Francisco, in the late 1800s, I'm not sure when. He died in, Griffith died in 1889, and then his nephew took over the granite works. That was David Griffith, took over the granite works. And then when he died in 1918, it kind of went into ruins. And then eventually I'm not sure when the county picked it up, but the county did pick it up as part of area history. Restored his main office, which is now the museum, and then created these trails and the markings that I can't find. One thing I didn't mention before is in the quarry here, and how, you know, obviously it goes up to the side. It says that oxen pulled the empty flat cars to the quarry where they were loaded with granite, and then the cars rolled downhill with gravity, thankfully, to the sheds. Lots of old pieces of iron and stuff next to Poopy. This is cool though. I'm wondering if this is the old wheelhouse. Gee, I wish there was a sign that told me otherwise. This is part of the old cabling I read about that used to be the guy wires for the derricks when they would lift up the pieces of granite. Definitely old stuff. Ugh. More old metal stuff. No telling what that used to be, but this is the kind of stuff that you can pull up with a magnet when you go magnet fishing. See, all this kind of stuff. Interesting. Here's the remains of another old well, a different one with more rabbit hair. There's more remains of an old building of some sort with trees growing out of it. Very cool. Well, after looking at the map again, I think this might be the boiler room wall. This is a mystery that I'll never solve. But see, there's some over here, this whole section right here. It's right off the parking lot. And I missed it, but there's definitely remains of an old building right here. And there is what you would think would be the beginning of the trail, but it's not. The beginning of the trail is actually over here, this side. So go that way and up and around instead of the most obvious way, because over there it says number 12. We never did actually check out number 12. Let's check out number 12 since we're still here. Number 12 is a mystery. Well, for me and my goofy hat, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Griffith Quarry, which is in the little town of Penryn, which is just a little south of Auburn. If you come here, it's free. Free is my price. So check it out if you get in the area, and it's a nice place for a picnic because there are a bazillion picnic tables around here and benches. So the park isn't that big. I think they said 90 acres or something like that. Not big, lots of benches, and it's free. So check it out. There is one porta potty. It's a giant ADA size one, and it's clean. And I won't tell you how I know that. So stick around, and I guess I'll talk to you later.